Hello student, myself Bigal Sakiwal. I am your science sir. Today we will continue chapter number 3, metals and non-metal. Dear student, last time we learned about the chemical properties of metal and non-metal, physical property of metal and non-metal. Today we will learn about occurrence of metals. In that we will learn about minerals and ores, okay, and some purification method. So we will start. Occurrence of metal. The element or compound which occur naturally in the earth crust are known as minerals. So minerals are those substance in that so many metals are present or non-metals are present which are have the a good use, good application. Okay, so they are called the minerals. Ores. Those minerals from which metal can be extracted profitably. So what is called ores? Okay, those minerals from that metal can be extracted profitably. That is called the ores. So every minerals are not ores. Understand here? Okay, from that we are able to get a good amount of particular useful metal or non-metal. Then we can say that that is a ore. Okay, all ores are minerals, but minerals are not ores. Okay, most important thing that all ores are minerals means we are thinking about profitably amount of metal or non-metal present. Okay, so all ores are mineral, but it is not compulsory that minerals are a or. Reason is that if you collect any soil material or any water material, it is not compulsory that your desired metal or non-metal present in that sample. Okay. The impurities of sand and rocky material present in the ore are called the gangue. Okay, so whenever we collect the ore, okay, if with that sand and soil is present, okay, sand, soil, and rocky material is present, okay, that is called gangue. Enrichment of ores. So we have to remove something like sand. We have to remove from that soil. We have to remove. We have to remove other impurities. Okay. So we have to do what? Enrichment of ore. The removal of gangue particle from the ore prior to the extraction of metal is called the enrichment of the ore. So first our priority is what? We have to remember the gangue particle. Okay, sand, soil, rocky material, everything we have to remove before getting pure metal from the ores. Technique like hydraulic washing means at high pressure we pass the water, hydraulic washing. Flotation method, in that we use turpentine oil or pine oil and we pass the air, and by that we can separate the sulfide ore. Sulfide ore means what? The ore which contains sulfur, like lead sulfide, like iron pyrite. Okay. Electromagnetic separation. Electromagnetic separation method, in that if the ore contain iron and some other impurities, so by the magnet we can separate the magnetic compound, means which are attracted towards the magnet, and we can separate those compounds which are not attracted to the magnet. Okay, and chemical separation are used for this purpose. Chemical separation method, in that we can add what? Reduction reaction or oxidation reaction. So why we are doing this thing? We want to get the pure metal. Initially we get minerals, we get ores, in that some rocky material is present, that is called gangue, and first of all we remove the rocky part, sand part, and after that we carry out all the procedure. Extraction of metal. The extraction of metal depends upon its reactivity. Okay, most important thing is reactivity. Metal of high reactivity are never found as free element. Dear student, gold, silver and noble metals are there, they are available in the free state because they are not reactive. Whereas we have some reactive element are there, sodium, potassium, aluminum, they are so much reactive, so they are available in the compound form. Like aluminum is available Al2O3 or AlCl3, okay, or calcium is available in calcium carbonate, calcium chloride, calcium oxide. Sodium is available in NaCl, Na2. Okay, so they are reactive, so they are available in the compound form. Metal of medium reactivity are found as an oxide, like sodium oxide, calcium oxide, medium reactivity, or they are available in the sulfide. Sulfur is a negative ion. Okay, cupric sulfide, sodium sulfide, iron sulfide. or they are available in the carbonate form, magnesium carbonate, sodium carbonate, calcium carbonate. Metals of low reactivity found in the free state like gold, silver, platinum, they are available in the free state because they have not that much reactive, so it is used as ornament. First, extraction of metal in the reactivity series. Those who has the low reactivity series, okay, not that much reactive, okay. These metals are generally very unreactive. Oxide of these can be reduced to metals by heating alone, okay. So by heating also we can separate them, okay. So first example is 2 mole of mercury sulfide plus 3 mole of oxygen. Now our target is to remove sulfur, so we heat in the presence of air. So sulfur is removed as a sulfur dioxide and we get mercury oxide. Our target is to remove sulfur, okay. So we get mercury oxide plus 2 mole of sulfur dioxide. Here dear student, you concentrate, reduce. So reduce means what happens? We want to add the electron, okay. We want to add the electron. So by that way what happens? We can separate the metals step by step, okay. Reduction reaction occur. Again this 2 mole of mercury oxide heated and we get pure mercury 2 mole of mercury plus oxygen, okay. Another reaction in that we take the 2 mole of cuprous sulfide plus 3 mole of oxygen and it is heated, we get 2 mole of cuprous oxide plus 2 mole of sulfur dioxide, okay. Dear student, here take care that we want to remove sulfur, so we heated in the air and because of that result 2 mole of cuprous oxide plus 2 mole of sulfur dioxide gas is obtained. Again we heat 2 mole of cuprous oxide plus Cu2s, we get 6 mole of copper in the pure form plus we get sulfur dioxide gas, okay. So here low reactivity minerals are there, ores are there, and initially what happened, they are heated at the high temperature and when we heat then we can get the pure metal, like here we get the mercury and second case in that we get the copper. Dear student, we are going to learn extraction of metals in the middle of the activity series, okay. In previous topic in that we learn about the extraction of metals in the low activity series. It is easy to obtain a metal from its oxide compared to its sulfide and carbonate, okay. So it is very easy to obtain a metal from its oxide. From oxide we can easily get the metal like by reduction reaction, okay. By reduction reaction we can easily get the metal. Suppose I have magnesium oxide, then magnesium oxide, in that magnesium is +2 and oxygen is -2. If from outside, if I use some reducing agent like carbon donate the electron to magnesium, so we can separate the magnesium and we get the carbon monoxide. So like that we can separate, but it is somewhat tough to get metals from the sulfide. Sulfide means calcium sulfide, okay, iron sulfide, or carbonate like calcium carbonate, sodium carbonate, because we have to carry out reaction in the 2 steps. First step in that we have to convert the sulfide and carbonate into the oxide, and after that we have to do the reduction reaction, okay. Dear student, take care here, sulfide and sulfite different. Sulfide means sulfur is in the negative ion, that is called sulfide. Sulfite, that is SO3 2-, and sulfate, that is SO4 2-. Roasting, it is a process to converting sulfide ores into oxide by heating strongly in the presence of excess of air. Air means we consider here oxygen gas, okay. So we take the sulfide ore, you can take any like lead sulfide, zinc sulfide. Here we take zinc sulfide, you can take cuprite, CuFeS2, so many you can take. Here for example only here given that 2 mole of zinc sulfide react with the 3 mole of oxygen at high temperature. Delta here, this symbol is not triangle, it is a delta, means high temperature we get 2 mole of zinc oxide plus 2 mole of sulfur dioxide gas. This process is called the roasting process, and roasting process is to remove sulfur in the form of sulfur dioxide and we get the ores in the form of oxide. Calcination process. Calcination process is to use to convert the carbonate into oxide like sodium carbonate, sodium oxide, calcium carbonate, calcium oxide, magnesium carbonate, magnesium oxide, zinc carbonate, zinc oxide, or it is used to remove the volatile impurities from the ores or mineral. Now you think that what is volatile? Volatile means which easily convert into the gaseous form. They are called the volatile impurities. Okay, so many minerals are there, so many ores are there in that, or so many compound are there in that. Water is present as the impurity, or some other gaseous compound are present as the impurity. So we heat at high temperature, so we can remove the volatile impurity. That is also called the calcination process. It is process of converting carbonate ores into oxide by heating strongly in limited air. Limited air means less amount of air. Zinc carbonate, or you can take calcium carbonate, magnesium carbonate, any carbonate, sodium bicarbonate, that is heated at high temperature, then we get zinc oxide plus carbon dioxide gas. Metal oxide like zinc oxide are then reduced to corresponding metals by using the suitable reducing agent such as carbon. So carbon is used as a reducing agent. Now first thing is that we get zinc oxide. Now our goal is to get only pure zinc. Now whenever we have goal to get the pure zinc, we have to understand that zinc has plus 2 electrons are less and oxygen has 2 electrons are more. Now we want to separate them. So we want such a agent which will donate the electron to zinc. If someone give the electron to the zinc, then we can separate the zinc and oxygen. So for that we are using reducing agent. Reducing agent means those agent which can donate the electron, okay, which reduces other and itself oxidize, they are called the reducing agent. So as a reducing agent we use here carbon. Carbon has a 4 electron in outermost orbit, so that one pair of electron is given to zinc, and because of that reason zinc is separated, plus carbon and oxygen combine and we get carbon monoxide. Okay, this is the example of reduction process. Dear student, you also know about, you should know about the oxidizing agent. Oxidizing agent means what? The agent which oxidizes other and itself reduces, that they are called the oxidizing agent. Here the definition of reducing agent I already told. Beside using carbon, mature form of carbon is called coke. It contains 80% of carbon. To reduce metal oxide to metals, sometimes displacement reaction can be used. So sometimes we can use a displacement reaction. In that, more reactive metal or element replace the less reactive element or metal from the compound. Okay, that is called displacement reaction. The high reactive metals such as sodium, calcium, aluminium, etc. are used as a reducing agent. So now reducing agent, because they can displace the metal of lower reactivity from their compound. So suppose I have 3 mole of manganese oxide, I want to get pure manganese. Okay, so for that I have to give 4 electron to the manganese. Okay, for that what happen, aluminium give its electron to the manganese, and because of that reason we separate here manganese plus the aluminium react with oxygen, we get Al2O3. Okay, and the high amount of heat energy is produced. So we can say that 3 mole of manganese oxide plus 4 mole of aluminium react, then we get the 3 mole of manganese. Dear student, take care that here we get the manganese in the liquid form. The reaction is exothermic reaction. Okay, exothermic reaction means what? Heat energy produced in large amount, and because of that reason the Mn is available, manganese is available in the liquid form. We get Al2O3 in the solid form, plus heat energy is produced. The reaction of Fe2O3 with aluminium is used to join the railway track or cracked machine parts. This reaction known as the thermite reaction. So many times you can, I think, observe that when there is a crack, or when we have to join the railway track, at that time we use Fe2O3 and aluminium. Okay, so this reaction is also exothermic reaction, and this reaction is called the thermite reaction. Thermite reaction means the reaction in which more amount of energy is produced. Okay, so Fe2O3 in the solid form plus 2 mole of aluminium, here same reaction occur. Aluminium give its electron to Fe, and because of that reason the Fe is separated, we get Fe in the liquid form because it is an exothermic reaction. Plus this aluminium react with oxygen, we get Al2O3 plus heat energy is produced, and this reaction is highly exothermic reaction. So we get Fe in the liquid form. So when we want to join the railway track, at that time Fe is available in the liquid form, so we can easily join the cracks, or we can join the 2 tracks in the railway tracks. Okay, thank you so much.